Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Ark, at least virtually. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We are thrilled to have you, quote unquote, here. My name is Allison Reed. I'm the house manager at the Ark, and I just thank you so much for joining us. What a strange time we're living in, and what a way we're learning how to do what we do. Tonight, we have Mustard's Retreat with us, and we're so excited to bring them to you from this stage. So we are live in the Ark. There is not an audience here, so don't worry, you aren't missing out on something other people have. But it's going to be a wonderful evening. We were just comparing notes, how many times David has played at the Ark and how many shows have I introduced. And the answer is we don't know, but a lot of both of them. So folks, tonight you will have an opportunity to make donations in a tip jar. There is a virtual tip jar. It will be probably displayed for you a couple of times, and it'll also be in the comment thread, depending on where you are watching. And if you are able, we welcome you to make a donation that way. The tips made tonight are split between the performers and the Ark. It's one way we have of supporting folks who we know are hurting as much as we are, and it's another way for you to help support the Ark. Thank you for supporting live music. Thank you for being here. We can't wait to bring an audience back to this stage, and we hope that you will be here in the front row next time to see Mustard's Retreat. But in the meantime, thank you again. Thank you both for joining us. Ladies and folks, this is Mustard's Retreat. Thanks.
Thank you. Well, it looks like it might be a hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you. And I know you might have a heavy load, but I can carry some too. I will lift you up when they push you down. I will raise my voice, stand my ground. Well, it looks like it might be a hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you. And it looks like it might be a long night, but I ain't going nowhere. And I know it's gonna be a hard fight, but I will stay right here. I will shine a light in the darkest hour. I will face the man in the tallest tower. Well, it looks like it might be a long night, but I ain't going nowhere. I will work, I will fight, I will stride in the name of love. I will speak, I will shout, I will sing it to the skies above. Well, it looks like it might be a perilous climb, but I will follow your lead. And I know it's gonna be a long time till the last one of us is free. I will hold on tight, stay by your side. I will be with you for the whole damn ride. Well, it looks like it might be a perilous climb, but I will follow your lead. And it looks like it might be a hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you. And I know you might have a heavy load, but I can carry some too. I will lift you up when they push you down. I will raise my voice, stand my ground. Well, it looks like it might be a hard road, but I'm gonna walk it with you. I'm gonna walk it with you, yeah. I'm gonna walk it with you. I will walk, I will climb, shine my light the whole night through, because it looks like it might be a hard road. I'm gonna walk it with you. Thank you. Brian
Feels
Claflin.
so good.
Ellie Grace wrote that song when the first Women's March was going to happen. And so thank you so much for letting us use that. And this is a Dave Carter song. On a sleepy, endless ocean, when the world lay in a dream, there was rhythm in the splash and roll, but not a voice to sing. So the moon fell on the breakers, and the morning warmed waves, till a single cell did jump and hum with joy, as though to say, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden? Then the day shone bright and round her, and the one turned into two, and the two into 10,000 things, and old things into new. And on some virgin beachhead, one lonesome critter crawled, and he looked about and shouted out in his most astonished drawl, this is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden? Then all the sky was buzzing, and the ground was carpet green, and the wary children of the woods went dancing in between. And the people sang rejoicing when their fields were glad with grain, this song of celebration from their cities on the plain. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden? Now there's smoke across the harbor, and there's factories on the shore, and the world is ill with greed and will and enterprise of war. But I will lay my burdens in the cradle of your grace, and the shining beaches of your love, and the sea of your embrace. This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden? This is my home, this is my only home, this is the only sacred ground that I have ever known. Should I stray in the dark night alone, rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden? Rock me, goddess, in the gentle arms of Eden. Dave Carter wrote that song. And this next song is an original song. I wrote this with Michael Huff, who was our third partner, and we were on our way to Kerrville, Texas. And it was his idea to write the song. We're sitting on the plane, and he said, you know how you've been talking and talking about this folk community and what a community it is, and somebody ought to do a song for the volunteers. And I thought, and I said, great idea. So we worked it out on that flight down there. We're going to dedicate it to all the volunteers, but especially the ones here at the Ark. You can't see it, but right off to our right here, there's a big glass window. And during the concerts, all the volunteers are gathered out there watching. And this is a song for them. It's a shout along, and it is a sing along as well. And it's about some of the things we've encountered during our years of doing this. Well, Jenny's a baker, she works all night. She smiles like an angel on her mountain bike. She made the cookies and they taste just right. Jenny is a volunteer. Well, they open the halls in the afternoon. They help performers to stay in tune. They'll be changing, they'll be cleaning up by the light of the moon. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And it's 1, 2, 3, hey! Help them put the chairs away. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And there goes Spike, he's seen it all, but he's the one who let the curtain fall. I was changing clothes, I mooned you all. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And Kathy's the one in the yellow pants. She loves the music and she sure can dance. And with her computer now, she writes grants. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And it's 1, 2, 3, hey! Help them put the chairs away. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And there goes Andy, he works the sound. A thunderstorm's coming and he looks around. He's all patched in, but he's lost his ground. Let's hear it for the volunteers. Oh, it ain't for the money, 'cause they work for free. It's a great dysfunctional family. It's all for the music and the company. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And it's 1, 2, 3, hey! Help them put the chairs away. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. Let's hear it for the volunteers. And it's 1, 2, 3, hey! Help them put the chairs away. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. Let's hear it for the volunteers. Volunteers, you know, I forget how many volunteers they have here at the Ark. It's a lot of them, and the Ark's been going for longer than us. We've been performing for 45 years, and they're probably 55 years going. It's really quite an extraordinary thing, extraordinary place. And your donations tonight will help us, will help them get through this. We're so grateful that to them for doing this, for this amazing tech crew that we've got. It's so nice to be back on stage with microphones. Let's see, G A B, and
this is 2020. This is November 5th, 2020.
That's right.
Earthlings on the planet Earth.
This is a song from 1949. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out a warning, I'd hammer out the love between my brothers and my sisters. All over this land. And if I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out a warning, I'd sing out the love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Now I've got a hammer and I've got a bell, and I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's a song about the love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. It's the hammer of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's a song about the love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land, all over this land, all over this land.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. Thank you to Pete Seeger and Lee Hayes for writing that song, and dedicated that to Peter Yarrow tonight. Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul, and Mary.
He's our friend.
Yeah. We have had the privilege to work with, over the years, and the reason that we have the privilege to do what we do is because of places like the ARC, the volunteers who make it possible, and all of you. We just want to say, thank you again for giving us this opportunity.
Wait a minute, now let's get
Yeah, key F. And, so here is a defiantly hopeful song, if there ever was one, and
Oh, we tune because we care. Get to say it again.
she's been waiting 45 years to do that. Just got to get the tuning right here. Ooh. This is a song I wrote back in the early 19...
Did you write it on that guitar? Did you have that guitar then?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. This is a Martin D35, 1967. This beautiful rosewood three-piece back. I bought it I was a second owner. Bought it in 1976, I think. We had a manager, Andy Tremblay, who may be out there watching and still a good friend of ours, taught us many, many things, including, David, you got to get a better guitar. So, in the heart of the winter, the year I turned 10, my father he took sick and died with a scratchy old farm 6 kids in lean times, Mama fought pretty hard to get by. Spring was turned into summer when a man came traveling through. Said he'd work till the harvest was all stored away, and that meals in a room it would do. It was that or the banks, so my mom signed him on. His name it was Jeremy Brown. On the front porch we'd gather when dinner was done, and the evening was settling down. And he'd tell us his stories of traveling, sing of old friends and places he'd been. And he mended our hearts on those long summer nights, taught me to smile once again. He'd sing, ooh, there's a time and a place for goodbyes. Ooh, it's a sad and a sweet thing to cry, yes, to cry how I've cried. But the answers, they've come by and by. He worked hard as 2 men, was quick with a grin, though a distance remained in his eyes. And he never did say why he took to the road, and we knew well enough not to pry. But he understood how I was feeling, or at least to me that's how it seemed. And late in the night, as I lay in my bed, his songs they'd run through my dreams, singing, ooh, there's a time and a place for goodbyes. It's a sad and a sweet thing to cry, yes, to cry how I've cried. But the answers, they'll come by and by. October it came, the last corn was in, and Jeremy packed up to go. Heading down south was about all he would say. If he'd be back, he just didn't know. But I think that I knew as he held me, when somehow I could smile through the tears, that if I needed a friend, I would find him again in this song that I've sung all these years. I sing, there's a time and a place for goodbyes. It's a sad and a sweet thing to cry, yes, to cry how I've cried. And the answers, they've come by and by. There's a time and a place for goodbyes. Ooh, it's a sad and a sweet thing to cry, yes, to cry how I've cried. And the answers, they'll come by and by.
I love that song. Well, this next one expresses how I feel.
Really, this I often say, we often say, you know, this is a community. The commercial music world may be suffering, and our world is suffering, but we are family, we are community, and we come together for things like this because, you know, being here is not about money first. Gather the family, here we belong, and a welcome, good stranger, come in. Our voices together all singing one song, and it's here that the future begins. Our ancestors came from away, far away, from 1,000 traditions and kin. What we all share together as we stand here today, with a chance to start over again. Gather the family, here we belong, and a welcome, good stranger, come in. Our voices together all singing one song, and it's here that the future begins. Our measure of worth's not in power or gold. The greatest truth comes from the heart, and it's how we take care of the weak and the old. And this is the place we can start. Gather the family, here we belong, and a welcome, good stranger, come in. Our voices together all singing one song, and it's here that the future begins. And so, like a forest, our roots hold the past, while our branches reach into the sky. Let our gift to our children be family that lasts, and a future to which they can fly. Gather the family, here we belong, and a welcome, good stranger, come in. Our voices together all singing one song, and it's here that the future begins. Susiborgiam Shema, Chamusu Vieta, Svetingas Prevedujek, Vigduana Dalinamas, Viena Dina, Atetus Prasididacha. Yes, that last bit in Lithuania, we were scheduled to go back to Lithuania this past summer. And so I'm doing that for all the Lithuanians out there, especially my family back in Lithuania. So here is a request we got after the last show. Marcy, Alexander, I hope you're listening tonight. I don't know how many people remember Dorothy Parker. 100 years ago, Dorothy Parker.
You can never be too thin or too rich. She said that.
She said that?
Yes. One of the first things my mother taught me.
Really?
Yeah, and then I took folk singing up as a path.
She also, that's right, said, men seldom make passes at girls who wear glasses. And one more drink and I'll be under the host. That was she was a witch. She once reviewed Katharine Hepburn in a movie or in a play. And she said, last night, Miss Hepburn ran the gamut of emotions from A to C. She was a member of the Algonquin Round Table in New York, and people used to hang on her words. She's not a very, she was a complex woman. And she wrote poetry, she wrote prose, and for a while, she was coming to vacation in my town of Branford, Connecticut. She'd come up from New York City, and her future beau would come down from Hartford. And so I was always intrigued about her. And one day I found a book of poetry at a used bookstore outside of Ithaca, New York, and I opened it, and the first poem had this line, lips that taste of tears, they say, are the best for kissing. I just had to have it. I knew there was a song, and fortunately I found it. So this is a song I put to Dorothy Parker poem. Lilacs blossom just as sweet. Now my heart is shattered. If I bowled it down the street, who's to say it mattered? If there's one that's gone away, what would I be missing? Lips that taste of tears, they say, are the best for kissing. Eyes that watch the morning star shine a little brighter. Arms held out to darkness, they usually hold tighter. Should I bar the strolling guest, bind my brow with a willow? When they say the empty breast is the softer pillow, that heart falls tinkling down. Never think it ceases. Every likely lad in town gathers up the pieces. If there's one gone whistling by, would I let it grieve me? Let him wonder if I lie, let him half believe me. Dorothy Parker. All right, well, this is a request, and this is a request by Libby. She's been bugging me for all year to do this. And I believe many folks probably don't know. The writers for TV shows are very seldom known, but the guy who wrote this, his name was Andy Breckman, and I believe he recorded his first album right here on this stage, which is where I learned this. He's a writer for all sorts of TV shows and wrote for Saturday Night Live a while. And when I heard this, I loved it because it's dedicated to the proposition that being a songwriter is a hard hat occupation.
It's extreme.
It's extreme. And I thank him so much for allowing us. Actually, we recorded this song on this stage in 1992 for our 5 miles or 50,000 year album. 50,000 years, that's sounding kind of close now. Let's see. Now, Railroad Bill was a hard-living man. He used to take his whiskey 2 at a time, and everyone agreed he was the baddest engineer that ever driven down the Santa Fe line. His name was known from the folks back home to the tippy top of Telegraph Hill. And all the little boys, when they were sneaking cigarettes, they used to dream about the railroad bill. Now one day Bill was walking along and he saw a kitten stuck in a tree. When he saw what was the matter, he ran to get a ladder to set that kitty cat free. And Bill said, "No, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna climb up no tree. This is a stupid, stupid song, and no folk singer is going to make a fool out of me." I said one day Bill was walking along and he saw a kitten stuck in a tree. When he saw what was the matter, he ran to get a ladder to set that kitty cat free. And Bill said, "No, I ain't going to do it. I ain't going to do what you said. This is a stupid, stupid song, and as far as I'm concerned, that cat can stay there till it's dead." I said, wait a minute, Bill. You can't argue with me. For God's sake, I just made you up. I got the pen in my hand. I want you up in that tree, and I want that cat unstuck. And Bill said, no. I hate cats. I ain't gonna climb for no cat. Why don't you have me save some beautiful girl who's been tied down on the railroad tracks? And I said, well, maybe there'll be room in the 8th or 9th verse. But right now, I want you up in that tree. I'm the writer, goddammit. I got the pen in my hand. And you're supposed to listen to me. Well, listen to you? Why should I listen to you? You should be listening to me instead. I'm a railroad man, and if I was real, I would separate your face from your head. Well, you ungrateful brute, I've cried. You pushed me too far. I gotta show you I can do as I please. So then an earthquake came and it shook the whole terrain. And it brought Railroad Bill to his knees. And then a tidal wave broke and everything got soaked. And Bill was almost completely washed away. And then a big green monster from the planet Neptune landed and bit Railroad Bill on the leg. I got the pen in my hand. I can do what I want. I'm a bright new young talent on the rise. So get your ass up that tree, or I swear you ain't gonna get out of this folk song alive. Oh, he said, you don't scare me. You might be funny, but you don't scare me. And if you don't leave me alone, I'm gonna tell everybody we stole this melody. But before he could speak, his tongue fell out. And he could not make a sound. Well, then he jumped on top of me and grabbed me by the throat, and he pulled me to the ground. And he punched me in the stomach, and he punched me in the face real hard. And I think he almost broke my nose. Just then a lightning bolt came out of nowhere, hit him right between the eyes, and killed him instantly. Well, the cat came down from the tree, had a bowl of warm milk, went to sleep for the night. Railroad Bill survived by a wife and 3 small children. Dear God, I love to write. You're welcome. Andy Breckman wrote that song. We just have, we were kind of puzzling on Sunday about how to put this show together, because the election being on Tuesday.
What election? Oh, the presidential election of 2020.
But we figured it's either going to be a celebration of hope show or just a hopeful show. So
I'm here to sing it out.
So this is a song that we've been doing since 1975, written by Richard Pinney from Milwaukee. I've got beggars on my trail, leaning a ragged railing to hold me while I'm ailing again. And if I think in cold, find that mother lode, I'll be back on again. You may know me when I've been blessed, and I give you a song, and I'm gone with the rest. Save a place in the corner, leave a key by the door, and I will leave in jubilation, be returning for some more. But your face is froze across, long ago been frosted over, and it looks unreal. When I doubt your mind, I'm pulled along by kind of the spirits, and it makes me feel. You may know me when I've been blessed, and I give you a song, and I'm gone with the rest. Save a place in the corner, leave the key by the door, and I will leave in jubilation. Be returning for some more. Now I've got beggars on my trail, leaning a ragged railing to hold me while I may have been again. If I think in cold, find that mother lode, I'll be back on again. You may know me when I've been blessed, and I give you a song, and I'm gone with the rest. Save a place in the corner, leave the key by the door, and I will leave in jubilation. Be returning for some more. Oh.
Love that song too. We're just doing old favorites tonight. This is also
It's also a request by Libby.
what could I say?
Let's see. Yeah, see, I'm counting my frets because my guitars are both tuned differently, and I just can't always remember where it goes on what song.
I'll
So,
say D minor,
yeah.
and that won't make a difference.
Won't make a difference. So this is
There's somebody I would chat to right now. If I was on my keyboard right now, I'd be chatting. There's someone out there that's talking to me. I can tell. I'll catch it later.
okay.
I can tell. I'm gonna note where we are in this part of the song.
Okay. So when I was young, I had two great aunts. We lived with one of them, and her sister used to come in and visit. And they used to, as I remember them, my sister is out there, and she'll probably correct me, as she does. And my sister's usually right. But they used to read me poems, and I love that. And I think that's probably where I got my love of language from. So this is one they wrote for me, and fortunately, I found a melody to it. Winking and blinking, and not one night sail off in a wooden shoe. Sailed on a river of crystal light into a sea of dew. Where are you going, and what do you wish? The old moon asked the three. We have come to fish for the herring fish that live in a beautiful sea. Nets of silver and gold have we, said winking, blinking, and nod. The old moon laughed and sang a song as they rocked in the wooden shoe. And the wind that sped them all night along ruffled the sea of dew. The little stars were the herring fish that lived in the beautiful sea. Now cast your nets wherever you wish, never fear to read. So cried the stars to the fishermen three, winking, blinking, and nod. All night long their nets they cast to the stars in the twinkling foam. Then down from the sky came the wooden shoe, bringing the fisherman home. It was all so lovely a sail, it seemed as if it could never be. And some folk thought 'twas a dream they dreamed of, sailing that beautiful sea. But I shall name you fishermen three, winking, blinking, and nod. Winking and blinking are two little eyes, and nod is a little head, and the wooden shoe that sailed the skies we once trundled bed. So shut your eyes now as mother sings of wonderful sights that be. You will see all those beautiful things as you rock on a misty sea, where the old shoe rocked the fishermen three, winking, blinking, and nod. Well, you know, this may even be another Libby request.
I think so.
But I always love doing this song. This is for our friend Mindy, who lives down in
Mindy.
Mindy.
She's a rock star.
Jackson, Ohio. Met Mindy and her folks, I don't know, 20, not that many years ago, maybe 18, 18 years ago, and at a folk festival down in Columbus, Ohio. And we got to talking, and you know, she had her mathematics degree, and I was really impressed. And I said, "Well, what are you doing for work this summer?" And she said, "I'm a flag person on the local road crew." So my songwriting antenna went up, and it was quite the. She had quite a story, but she had found her way back to herself and her family through folk music. I was so impressed. So I wrote this song, and back a couple of months ago, we were doing a Zoom concert, and if you go on to mustrootsretreat.com or find us on Facebook, we do 2 or 3 concerts a month, virtual concerts now, and we're talking about this song, and Libby was talking all about Mindy, and suddenly Mindy popped up. There she was.
Mindy said, "I'm here." And the 50 other people in the Zoom room went, "Mindy's here? The Mindy? There's a real Mindy?" So now Mindy's a rock star in her hometown.
Maybe the song speaks for itself. It's finding that clarity of place, no matter what the world throws at you. Yeah, it's an early morning, getting up at 5. The world so still and quiet helps me feel alive. No one I've got to talk to, no questions why. Just headlights across the empty fields in a twilight sky. I work a county road crew on a paving team. Out in the summer weather, I can think and dream. The wind and sun tattoos my skin a tawny brown. And the rain, well, it's the rain, and it just pours on down. These county roads are dangerous, people fly on by. They hardly even see you, most don't even try. All rushing for tomorrows that may never be. But for now I'm happy being here, just being me. Well, it's not a place I ever thought my life would lead. To my surprise, it gives me something that I need. And I finally realize that things work out somehow. 'Cause I've been through some tough times, but it's all right now. Old friends don't seem to understand or want to know. Is this what you went to college for? I just let it go. Life's made of songs and mysteries and little poems, as we all search for that someplace we can call our own. These county roads are dangerous, people fly on by. They hardly even see you, most don't even try. All rushing for tomorrows that may never be. But for now I'm happy being here, just being me. These county roads are dangerous, people fly on by. They hardly even see you, most don't even try. All rushing for tomorrows that may never be. But for now I'm happy being here, just being me.
Mindy.
Well, I hope you're out there tonight, Mindy. Me too. We're planning on it.
Well, I'm going to play a little one tonight, just for fun. Written by a fellow from Houston named Ken Staines. My friend Margaret Dennison gave me this. Turned me out of this song. There's a price that we pay for the way that we live, and there's a price that we place on our own precious time. Some sell themselves dearly, some give it all away, something without a reason or rhyme. And the hardest lesson I learned in this life is how to get out of my way, to step into the moment, step into the light, let nothing take that away. Some sell themselves for money, some sell themselves for love, some sell themselves for pleasure or some power from above. But if my grandchildren wonder what I did with my life, I sold it for a song. Well, I don't know the answers to a single blessed thing. I don't know who we are, or where we come from, or why. It just fills up the holes in my soul when I sing. So I'll just keep doing what I love. Some sell themselves for money, some sell themselves for love, some sell themselves for pleasure or some power from above. But if my grandchildren wonder what I did with my life, I sold it for a song. There's a price that we pay for the way that we live. There's a price that we place on our own precious time. Some sell themselves dearly, some give it all away. Something without reason or rhyme. Thank you, everybody.
Lovely, Livy. Lovely, lovely.
Oh, and here's one of my favorite David Tammy Leverage songs.
So we're coming on winter now. Got this joke from a friend of mine from Atlanta, and it's a joke about the winter. It's happens in Finland. Finland, everybody knows where Finland is, up on the Baltic Sea, with Norway and Sweden, and down to the Baltic states, across from Denmark. And there was a morning DJ, kind of up 6 a.m., just kind of like he'd had a gallon of coffee already, and you know how they are. And he got to talking. He said, "Hi, everybody. This is Sven from Radio Helsinki, and aren't we having a great morning today? And you know what? I have just heard that it's minus 50 degrees below zero up north here. And you know what? I don't know if that's true, but I want to find out." So he said, "Yeah, I'm just going to call somebody up at random." This is in pre-internet days, and so he got a phone book. He called somebody, and he got an old woman. And the old woman said hello, and he said, "Hey, this is Sven." And she said, "What are you calling so early for?" No, she didn't say that. He said, "This is Sven from Radio Helsinki. We heard that it's really cold up north, and can you tell us how cold it is?" And she goes, "Okay, well, I've got to go check." So off she went, and back she came, and she says, "You know, it's 15 degrees below zero, 15." And Sven, he couldn't believe it. He said, "Can you check that again? I heard that it was 50 degrees below zero." And she just laughed. Oh, she said, "Oh, you mean outside."
Oh.
I like that, especially living here in the Northland. All right, hang a second.
I can tell you this is.
Oh, yeah. Hey, geez. Okay. I'm hitting the wrong chord. So this is a song. It's called "Whisper of the Stars." And in Siberia, that's the term for when it gets 50 degrees below. And the words literally freeze as they come out of your mouth, the water vapor, and they crystallize and fall to the ground, and they'll make a chiming sound. Like ice crystals will do, and it's called "Whisper of the Stars." And this is dedicated to especially the people of
Where I'm supposed to be.
C sharp.
Okay.
Okay. People of Eastern Europe after the Second World War were shipped by the hundreds of thousands in cattle cars out to Siberia to work camps. And that included some of my family. In fact, my cousin Danute was 6 days old when they threw her on a cattle car. And fortunately, they survived. And many people died, but some made their way back. And it was such it's hardly, you can hardly talk about it. But when we were over in Lithuania, I was just so impressed by the resiliency and the faith and hope that those people had, because every family and all the families I talk to in America have stories about that, and about being separated from their land, from people that they loved. And the song is called "The Whisper of the Stars." The loneliness and cold here are profound. Words stumble from your lips, freeze, tumble to the ground. They chime like bells immediate yet far. It's known here as the whisper of the stars. in evening quiet. It's the only time I'm free. And I remember thoughts I treasure of how things used to be. I don't think about tomorrow, I just think on where you are, and hear the song that my heart sings in the whisper of the stars. In the railway yards of illness that spring day, torn from your embrace and shipped away. But love itself is still its own reward, and I remember in the whisper of the stars. Bright and cold this morning, I look forward to day's end, when I will find those moments to be with you once again. Your eyes told me all my heart needed to know, and I'll hold that image close in the candle glow. I speak your name aloud across the night, and in the whisper of the stars, it's nearly right. Where time and soul and spirit will unwind in the vastness here among the lakes and pine. But in the whisper of the stars, I know it's true. There's no distance between me and you. Can't think about tomorrow, I just think on where you are, and hear the song that my heart sings in the whisper of the stars, and hear the song that my heart sings in the whisper of the stars. All right. Thank you all. So I think we've got 3 more songs planned for tonight. Here is a defiantly hopeful song. We turn the earth in winter's shadow, knowing spring is drawing near, keeping faith with summer's promise and the turning of the year, and sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. Oh, sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. A simple pleasure, planting gardens, picking stone and pulling weeds, a space beyond the rush and clatter, finding something that we need. And sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. Oh, sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. Mysteries not quite forgotten, something that we now reclaim down through countless generations, wind and fire, root and rain. And sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. Oh, sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. Post-industrial techno-visions tell us how to think and feel. We ignore the corporate chatter and derail their grinding wheels and sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. Oh, sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. Knowing that we have the power, each of us in our own way, to make these moments something better. All great changes start that way. And sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. Oh, sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. So we turn the earth and keep the promise, root and rivers, sun and air, share the harvest and remember who we are and why we care. And sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. Oh, sing for the moon, sing for the sun, sing for the joy when day is done. All right.
Well, David wrote this song after 2016?
2004.
2004.
Yes, after the inauguration of Bush Jr. and wasn't feeling too good about it, and I thought politics has gotten so ugly. How's it going to get any worse? I think it's amazing. I think about my mom, who is now 91. I mentioned this to somebody today. She's 91, born in 1929, right before the stock market crash. We always joked about she caused it. But to live through, the Second World War and nuclearization, and she was the first computer teacher in my high school, and to live, an amazing thing for people to live that long. And this song is dedicated to finding the common ground. There's so much trying to divide us, and I just have no time for people who are looking for division. To me, it's if you're jumping and shouting and trying to be divisive, you've got something to hide. Mostly, I don't even care what it is. But this is a song about people beyond politics. I'll tell you, my daughter Molly, she was working at a polling place, and she worked like a 12-hour shift. And in the middle, she called me, and she was nervous going there because it was a real Republican district. And she called me and she said, these people, they're all so nice. And I thought, that's it. That's it. People are nice. They want to be nice, and we may have differences of opinion, but there is humanity beyond that.
And life is a mirror, so nice begets nice.
And that's Libby's thing.
That's Libby's thing.
Ours is a simple faith. Life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place every day. Hope is the ground we till. Make each day what you will. Thankful for dreams fulfilled every day. No room in this heart for fear. No judgment day drawing near. Trust that inner voice you hear every day. Life's not a goal or race. It's about heart and faith and living a life of grace every day. Ours is a simple faith. Life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place the ground we till. Make each day what you will. Thankful for dreams fulfilled every day. Trust is an open hand, making an honest stand, rooted here in the land every day. Live in the mystery, seeking the harmony here between you and me every day. Ours a simple faith, life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place every day. Hope is the ground we till. Make each day what you will. Thankful for dreams fulfilled every day. Ours is a simple faith. Life is a short embrace. Heaven is in this place every day. Hope is the ground we till. Make each day what you will. Thankful for dreams fulfilled every day.
I needed that, David.
Well, thank you. I needed it too. It's been a long 4 years.
Thank everybody who's come tonight to see us.
That's right. We're going to do you one more song. I met Libby in February 1975, right down the street, down Main Street. The Ark is on Main Street in Ann Arbor. And down the other end of Main Street, there's a restaurant called the Old Heidelberg. And in the basement, there's a Rathskeller. And that was where I had my first job. And Libby hired me for it. And this is a song I learned from Randy Burns out in Connecticut, growing up in Branford. And it's one of the first songs that we ever sang together. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Oh, wait a second. Can't tighten my belt that much. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Away, you rolling river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Away, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. I've traveled this wide world over. Away, you rolling river. For 7 years I've been a rover. Away, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. Oh, Shenandoah, I love your daughter. Away, you rolling river. For her I've crossed the sparkling water. Away, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri. Whoa, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Away you roll in the river. Oh, Shenandoah, I long to see you. Away, I'm bound away across the wide Missouri.
Thank you, everybody who joined us tonight.
Right. Thanks to the Ark. And please, the Ark has wonderful concerts going on here. Check out their website, and you can see them, and they're doing more all the time. So, thank you so much.